What's up? My name is Toby Morse. I've been singing in the band called H2O for 16 years. Born in Taunton, Massachusetts. I was the youngest out of 3 boys. My dad was 33 years old. He died of a rare heart condition. So immediately my mom was working like 2 or 3 jobs to raise 3 boys. And when my mom was at work, I'd either be at my grandparents' all the weekends or I would be with my brothers. I was like 12 or 13, and if my brothers were watching me, there would be parties at the house. My brothers would be smoking and drinking around me, and seeing my brothers, the way they acted when they were high or drunk, really scared me. The one cool thing that they did for me is they turned me on to this punk rock music and skateboarding. I sort of thank them to this day for scaring me straight. When I got into middle school, there was a scene there. There was a lot of kids knew about punk rock and skateboarding. So I met a couple kids who understood where I was coming from. But then there was also a bunch of other kids who, and there were other little cliques, who always looked at me like, this guy's a weirdo, this guy's a crazy guy. I would go there with my head shaved or like checkered pants on, a black flag shirt. But I honestly, it's so strange because people ask me that all the time, did you feel peer pressure? Did you feel that? I did in a sense, but then I started realizing that, if the people are telling you to do something you don't want to do, they're not your real friends. I really realized that peer pressure was whatever. It's coming from people who aren't really your friends. And people started really accepting me and respecting me for who I was. I was like this crazy punk rock, skateboarding, breakdance kid. The peer pressure came a lot stronger when I was more of an adult, which is kind of nuts because, I was surrounded by it 24/7. I mean, nobody in my band was straight edge. And then the bands that we opened up for, the bands we were on tour with or backstage scenario, there was always alcohol and people partying, and I never got into it. Even now, at 41 years old, I go see my same barber I had for 16 years in Manhattan, and he'll say to me, do you ever have a drink, man? When are you going to grow up and have a drink? People just don't get it, and especially the way I look, and especially for what I do, being a musician. People have so many stereotypes about musicians. They think that we're all party, rock star, crazy people. It's not like that. And people will never understand it. I'm also a motivational speaker now. I speak at schools. A lot of things I'm finding and seeing is that a lot of kids don't even have role models in their house. And it's I personally feel like a parent's #1 job is to be a role model. Because if you're not a role model, your kids are going to find a role model in some other people who may not be positive influence. I can't judge anybody, and I can't tell people what to do because I've never tried anything. So I can't say, when I did that, I got arrested. When I did that, I got in trouble. I lost my girlfriend. I didn't do that. So I can just tell you the effects that it had on my friends and my family and the people that I lost because of it. Kids think that they can I'll try to smoke. I'll try a joint, then I'll try a beer and then try a pill. I'll try some coke. When kids just, maybe want to fit in with their friends for a second and try something, that could just turn in an instant and just spiral into something else. And I've seen it. I've lost friends from addiction. It's as cliche as it sounds and scared straightish as it sounds. I mean, addiction is death or jail. What's up? My name's Toby One from H2O. My natural high is life and music.